All right, so again, I'm picking a different slide now, and I kind of looked at this one. I thought maybe I'll do this one. So I am going to, again, not right-click on any object in here. I'll just right-click here off into the sort of blue-gray and choose Format Background. And we're going to skip around a little bit. So we're going to click here on Picture or Texture Fill. And as you can see, it just popped a texture right in there. Your choice of textures are right here. And you can choose any one of these. It's quite simple. Pick one that makes sense. Again, if I choose the water one, it just does not make sense that I have water droplets. Here, let me just close this and pop this up. Okay, it doesn't make sense that there are water droplets here talking about his education and the fact that his family were judges in this picture. If it was in the ocean, perhaps. If he was a swimmer, perhaps. But do yourself a favor and pick something that makes sense. Now, if you look at the background of this picture and the fact that they're on a wooden floor, I think that first one I defaulted to was actually not too bad. So I'm going to go back here to Format Background. And you can see I've got this one here. This one looks interesting, so let's click on that. Not bad. It's kind of a, what would you call it, a burlap. Let's look at what this other one looks like here. I kind of like this one here. I think this one goes a lot better with the background. And again, if you don't want this, you know, and this one's very subtle. Some of your designs are not subtle at all, and when you do this, it's going to take away quite a bit. But if I just don't want that there and I want this to be simple, I could just click on this Hide Background Graphics and keep it simple. Now, I like this, but there's something called Pattern Fill that you can also use. So let's take a look at Pattern Fill here. I'm just going to click down here, and you can choose one or the other, Texture Fill or Pattern Fill. So if you click on Pattern Fill, you can see that there's already a pattern, there. And you've got all these other patterns here. So if I wanted something like, say I wanted this, not very interesting. Again, it also depends on the picture. So let's just take a look here. We've got the foreground and background color. So let's say I want it to be a little darker, like a brown. I'll go to more colors. Something that's sort of more of a brown, so for that one. And then I can change this one to maybe a yellow. Ooh, no, that's not good. Red, not even. Okay, so I'm not a big, and this is a personal statement, I'm not a big fan of pattern fill. So here's a dark brown and sort of a lighter brown, and I'll close that, and you can see that. So that is a pattern fill, and you can choose this if you want to choose this. But again, think about it in terms of aesthetics. I mean, when you're looking at something, I'm going to format the background. You know, this one, I don't know, maybe that works for you, but to me it's hard on the eyes. Again, let's look at it in slideshow format. I don't know, it makes reading things a lot harder. So if you wanted to choose a pattern, make sure that it's something that's not going to make everything else ridiculously hard to read. I'm sure I could change the font, but still it is kind of hard on the eyes. So your second choice in terms of choosing a page would be a pattern or, going back, a texture. And I think I am personally going to stick with this texture. I like this better. So that's number 2. And you can see it's very, very easy to do.